And
Like,
I
so you
showed
guys
up
are,
in my underwear.
yeah, I was gonna say you guys aren't wearing pants either, right? Like it's not just me because I can't stand up. It's gonna be a problem if I do. So
We don't wear pants here in Phoenix.
yeah, no.
I actually have a poster in my classroom that says "Down with Pants." And on that note, we've actually been live for like the past 30 seconds, so everybody heard the
Nice.
Yeah, and on that note, you can get David's All Games New and Old underwear as well. See? Oh no.
Yeah.
See them? Can you see them? No, you can't. Oh my god!
This is actually a onesie.
We are off the rails tonight, folks. Welcome again to another episode of Mista Rau Gaming, and we are live playing on Board Game Arena. I guess I haven't even got that set up yet. Jeez.
Yeah.
Just waiting for my invite.
Right. We're okay. Oh man, I already forgot what to do here. Play with friends. That's what I want to do.
You have to make some first, Ryan.
Wow, man. Yeah, it's been a real struggle lately here in Saskatchewan.
Tim's punchy tonight. Before we got on here, he made me cry. It was really, I recovered thankfully, but it's going to be a rough night with Tim. I can just tell.
Oh man, this is going to be the night that everything just miraculously just either happens or doesn't happen because we've been off the rails, technical difficulties here. Tim doesn't know which windows to stay open or not, and
he's probably gonna leave midway through to redo his hair.
Man, I'm having a bad hair day here. I gotta admit, yeah, I might.
Yeah, you get that little bit sticking up here. I don't know. Can you see that part that's sticking up? Just if you turn your head,
David.
Trust me.
David, I think you got a little bit sticking up there too.
I do. Yeah, I miss this one spot shaving all the time, so it's about 3 feet long now. It's kind of want to turn all the way around because it's a little embarrassing, but
it's been good.
Yeah, it's luxurious, I gotta say.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I've been developing lots of gray hairs lately. My gray hairs are starting to come in nice and thick, so I gotta get like that. What is it called? Just for Men? The stuff that you just comb in.
No, you're a silver fox. Totally.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. The pepper.
I'm pretty sure that Elizabeth Hargrave will make a game right out of you.
About the silver fox.
Yeah. Another expansion, the Silver Fox experiment. That's great. Here's Ryan. You can include him in your game.
Hi, Seth, by the way. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, Seth. Hi.
Hey, Seth.
Hello.
Hi there.
We may never play the game today. Well,
I was going to say I haven't started the game because we didn't actually determine which game do we want to play first.
Oh, that's important.
Do we want to get the rough one out of the way the first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, sounds good.
So space.
Just in case somebody takes like 10 minutes turns or something.
Okay. Yeah. So we are going to attempt. I think most of us, it's the first time we're playing Race for the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It is mine. Should we introduce ourselves? We don't need to, right? We're
so famous that they know us.
This is our 4th time, right?
Everybody in this screen right now, I can't even point in the right directions anymore. Their link to their awesome content is in the description of this video. But I guess we can just do a quick once around, just introduce who you are in case somebody's watching this channel for the first time or anytime, I guess. I don't know how this content stuff works. I put it on the YouTubes and sometimes people watch it.
I just have fun doing it with you all. It's a highlight every month.
I've already been laughing more tonight than I have like all week already. So this has been like amazing.
Riley's saying he enjoys doing it, but you hear him, he's always pitching. He's ABC. Yeah. Always be closing with Riley.
Yeah. I'm actually contractually obligated to be here or I wouldn't be. So let's get this done.
Yeah, the check is in the mail.
Thank you.
Jesus.
I gotta get paid. I got my endorsements and
right.
Look at you three suckers wearing a Green Bay shirt, wearing a Guns N' Roses. Are they paying you? No. Oh, they are. Shoot.
Actually, after this
Yeah, they are.
past weekend, I actually have no idea why I'm still wearing my Green Bay Packers shirt. They got absolutely annihilated.
Oh, was it a bad one?
It was a bad one. But okay. Race for the Galaxy. Oh, sorry,
Let's do
you
it.
guys. Okay, I'll get it fired up.
introduce.
You guys do a once around. We'll go. I don't know. Tim, Riley, David. Let's do that.
Tim from the Board Game Hot Takes podcast.
Oh, wow.
That's all I got.
That was super quick. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm Riley from the Board Game
That
Community
was very
Show.
fast.
Uh,
I'm David from the All Games New and Old YouTube channel. Wow, that was the fastest we've ever done that.
yeah.
It's amazing.
You guys
So
can
you've
talk
got it
about
all
more.
set up, right?
I think I got the game created. And
We all have each other's shirts. Isn't that kind of weird? It's a little.
Well, I
strange.
don't have a Riley.
I mean,
shirt.
not wearing it, but we own them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a
So-
I'll
picture.
get one.
I'm gonna get a picture of Riley's face on a shirt.
Maybe that'll be it. I keep thinking I really want to come up with like a new logo or something, but I've had it for so long. I feel like it's just there. But I feel like it won't
Yeah.
be like a great shirt, just I don't know. I don't know.
You just have to do one that has like the text that says, "What's your tagline? What's the line you're always saying all the time?" It's like,
Keep nerding.
I love
out.
that. I love that.
Oh,
I love it. I love it so
it.
much. We just gotta have like, I love
love
it
it.
so much written on your shirt.
So Riley's gonna put "I love it so much" on a shirt, right? That's the
Yes,
tagline.
that's it.
I love it. I love it so
Brilliant.
much.
I actually was doing an interview earlier today, and I started to say that, and I caught myself, and I changed it to like, "I love how
You.
you do that."
I love you.
I probably
Question
still
mark.
said it a million times
Okay.
in the interview.
I have a ridiculous story to tell you guys. So we were at the Modern Art Museum in Palm Springs, me and my wife and my daughter, and we're walking through this beautiful museum, and we walk into the gift shop, and my daughter finds something she wants to buy. We walk up to the counter, and we love this museum. We've been there a lot, and so we buy this thing for my daughter, and they said, "Thank you so much for stopping by." And I meant to say, "We love your museum," and I said, "I love you." And I walked away before I realized what I said. And I walk around the corner, my wife and daughter are like busting up laughing, and they have not let me forget it since then. I do that all the time. I always say dumb stuff out of context, wrong context.
That's awesome.
That's so great.
So
I
Seth is on, and Seth, he joined in right after bowling. So Seth, are you on a league, or were you just out with friends tonight? You have to let us know what your bowling experience is. Are you guys bowlers?
I haven't been bowling
I
in
have
years.
bowled.
I used to do Canadian version of bowling. We do this lame thing called 5-pin bowling up here, and I was like, when I was 12 years old, I was like league champ.
Well,
That-
5 pins is a lot easier to knock down than 10.
It is, and the scoring is like a lot higher. Like you can get
Okay.
like the perfect game in a 5-pin game is like a 450.
Oh,
Because each pin has a different value associated with it instead of
interesting.
like 1 point. I think it's 1 point per pin in 10-pin, but then like the center pin in 5-pin is like 5 points, and then it goes 5 3 1, or like, and then it kind of branches out into a V. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I don't know why I still know all this stuff about 5-pin bowling.
Well, it's funny because I haven't been bowling in quite a while, but I actually just took my daughter on Sunday, and I had such a fun time. I played in leagues in my 20s and really enjoyed it, but don't play a lot anymore. But I was like, I had so much fun. I got to get back out. So Seth, you got to tell us what's your handicap? What's your average score?
He's saying, what did he say here? He says, we took 2 games out of 3, and I powered through a bum shoulder and hurt back.
Oh man, that's
I'm a
rough when you're
complete mess. Man.
throwing what do you probably roll a 16 pounder, right? 14 or 16 pound. That's a lot of weight to carry when your back's hurting you.
Oh my gosh.
Oops, sorry guys. Anyway, I'll get to this game here. Let me just jump in here. Got a discard
okay.
2.
So just one quick question.
Go for
Yeah.
it, because this is your first game.
Yeah.
I think
How do
David's
you
first
play?
game.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm just kidding. we are discarding one of your 2 starting world cards. Is that my tableau or my hand?
Yes.
Oh,
So it says your tableau. You got 2
one for my
world cards.
tableau.
You got 2 world cards in your tableau right now. You're going to discard one of them to kind of give you kind of like your starting things
okay.
for this game. So like I'm going to discard this. You discard one card, world card, and then you also discard 2
From your hand.
2 cards from your hand. And I suggest probably discarding 2 really high valued cards because you're not going to be able to get them played really, really early.
Was the value the number in the hexagon or the bigger number in the top?
So it's the bigger number on either the circle or the diamond.
That's the cost. He's saying the cost.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's the cost. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the hexagon is the
victory points.
Is the victory points that they're
That's
worth.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so in this one, when we decide to take our actions, we're gonna be there's 5 kind of like phases of the game, and this is Riley had mentioned, I think in our chat, he said it kind of sounded like Ares Expedition, and Ares Expedition lends itself well based off of like this Race for the Galaxy Puerto Rico thing where we're gonna select. So it says choose. So right now it says you must choose a phase to play. So we are all going to choose one of these, either exploring, which gets you more cards into your hand, developing, which allows you to play down the cards that have the diamond shape. Those are your technologies. Settling lets you play down cards that are the worlds, which are the circular numbered cards. And then the last 2 are consume and produce. And consuming, some cards might have underneath their 4 area, they might have like a little icons beside the little 4 or the little $sign. And that's a consume power, meaning you may be able to discard some cards later on in order to activate those benefits. And then the producing is actually on worlds. Any world card that's either like I think it's like a beige, there's like yellow, blue, green. You'll be able to actually tuck cards underneath those worlds, and those are resources that you can then consume later on.
Okay.
It's kind of like the idea. So early on in the game, you will be developing and settling some cards to try to get, I don't know, something going. You want to try to get some world cards down so that you can get some goods. And then later on, you're going to try to trade those goods in for, say, more cards or for victory points, depending on what is on certain cards that you have in your tableau.
I saw that there is a timer going, so we have a certain amount of time.
Did I do timing?
Let's do it. Let's get this moving.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
It's the only way we're getting a second game in tonight. Oh, David just dropped off. Oh, what happened?
It'll be fine. Something will happen.
Oh, there is.
All
He's
right.
back.
Okay.
Okay. It says I must choose 2 cards to keep. I will choose that one and that one.
oh, that's from the exploration event.
So right now everybody's doing exploring,
Oh,
and so it's gonna so you drew some cards, and then it's asking you to discard some cards.
Did we all pick that? Oh, somebody picked settle.
And somebody else picked settle. So now we can settle. And when you're settling, what you can do is you can play black numbered cards. And when you do that, you have to pay. So if it's a 1 inside the world, you're going to have to discard 1 card from your hand in order to play that down. If it says 2, you're going to have to pitch 2 cards in order to play that. If cards are in red, those are what are referred to as military. And you need to have military numbers. And just on our sides, you can see that there's like a little red +1 on your stats. And that will tell you how much military you have.
Oh, you guys all started with some military, it looks like, huh? You're starting World's Head military.
Yeah.
I'm going to
somebody got +2.
Oh, now I
Oh, that's quick. That's a quick turn.
So that was a turn.
Wow.
Oh, that was it.
And the game is going to end once in a 4-player game here. There's 48 victory points in the pool right now. If all those victory points run out, the game is over. and or somebody has built, I believe it's 12 cards, played down 12 cards, then the game is going to end.
Okay. Is there a hand size limit?
No. Oh, sorry. I believe. Oh gosh. I want to say maybe, but it's quite a few cards. But it's quite a. But it's quite a few cards. It's quite a few cards that you could have.
What is development? Sorry, you said that.
That's how you place the diamond, the cards with a diamond in the top. That's how you play them.
Okay.
Yeah, diamond cards. Okay. Okay, so we're going to be doing exploring, developing, and settling this particular round.
Like it.
I need to keep one. What does this one do?
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think I'm gonna have a hard time like getting the hang of the flow of the game in a first play.
Yeah.
You know, just like what I mean is like when do you start converting where you really focus on building point engine cards?
In
I'm
my
never very good at that.
Now, I might not be a good person to say that. My judge of timing is around once I have about 6 cards played. That's usually when I have about a little bit of an engine that's already built up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like maybe that's your gauge is right around that 6 card, 5, 7 cards played down. Mark might be a good. Oh, I can develop 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because the game ends when somebody does 12, right?
Yes.
Oh, I messed up. I wasted my subtle action.
And then there is something in this game that some people could just rush playing down like a whole bunch of cards, and hopefully that no one gets an engine going.
Huh.
But I am going to play down this card.
This seems like a really cool game. It's just, I think it's a matter of just learning all iconography over probably multiple plays is what it would take.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So a lot of the iconography is going to come into playing. It's in the consume and the produce phases.
Right.
Because there's lots of consumes where it says, hey, change a card into a victory point. Or change 2 cards into three victory points. Something along those lines. Whoops, it says it's not my turn. What did I do? Oh, everybody must choose a phase to play.
I can tell by Riley's face it's him. We're waiting for Riley.
Yes, it was definitely me.
So we're all exploring, and somebody is producing. And I shall choose 2 cards to keep. I'll choose you 2.
Oh.
Okay. So I can see some people have got some planets, and then that's what the produce action is going to do. Is it's actually going to produce a card now on top of one of your already played cards. So now
and it just did that automatically.
So then now what you can do on a future turn is you can choose to consume, and you can consume that card for either victory points or cards depending on what other cards you've got played in front of you.
Okay.
The windfall cards they're basically like cheaper cards, but you have to pay them a good when you produce later. Is that the way those work?
Yeah, and windfalls usually don't produce unless if you've selected the produce action. Then they will produce a good for you, but otherwise they're just kind of like they don't produce for you unless you produce on it.
But do you have to pay for them later or no? They're just for some reason I was thinking when I saw the rules video that you had to like give them a card when you produced, but maybe I totally got that wrong. It's just something that helps your production.
Yeah, it just helps the production.
Okay. Oh boy. I hope you guys pick the right things. Yes.
So we're doing. It looks like we're doing almost a little bit of everything. We're exploring, developing, settling, and consuming.
Nice.
This round. So I get to choose something. I will choose to keep this one. And yeah, I can see the people. Yeah, lots of us already got 3, and Riley's got 4 cards played.
Wow.
So. And then now we can develop. So if you have a diamond-shaped card, you can play it.
Okay.
Ooh, I possibly can. You know what? I will. And the ones that have the 6, there's like the 6 diamond cards. Those will usually provide you with end of game victory points. Depending, and they have some sort of rule on them. I'm a place of the world. I have no cards in my hand. And the different colors, like the different colored worlds, when you consume them for cards, will give you a different number of cards into your hand. Like I think brown, gives you something like 3 cards, and blue gives you 4, green gives you 5. It's something along those lines. I must sell a good. I'm going to sell this one and got 3 cards.
I must consume goods. Okay, so I have to do something. I must consume goods. Why do I have to consume goods?
I don't know.
Okay, I think I got it. I think I understand. I have to consume goods for.
Yeah. So then it says you click on a good, and then you have to click on the card.
Click on what you're consuming it for. I got it. Yeah. Cool. So I just got a victory point and a card out of that. That's rad. This game's cool.
It plays fairly quickly. I didn't realize that I had the. I'm sorry, folks, that if I put the timers on.
Oh no, we should definitely see who's taking the longest turns here.
Okay, I don't understand.
Ryan, that would be you right now.
I'm clicking my goods and I have no idea how to.
Okay, so you click the goods and then you have to click a card that can consume the goods. So let's see, with your tableau, you can click on the genetics lab, you can click on the public works.
Yeah, so if you click on
the public works.
If you click on your blue card and then click on your public works card, it'll consume that card for a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by, Seth.
Yep. Bye, Seth. Thanks for stopping by. Hope your
Seth.
back feels better, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. That's never any fun. Back pain is never fun.
No. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. We're in the next phase.
Okay.
Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Going quick.
Okay. This comes. It comes so quickly. Let's see.
Is this a pretty quick game?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a very quick game.
Like generally some games will only last maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay. If we know what we're doing, of course. So this might be the first 1 hour game of Race for the Galaxy in our history.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what am I doing here? I don't know what I want to do. I might bank on you folks to try to do something. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you. I'll keep you.
Oh, that's cool.
So in that case, I chose to produce so that and I was really banking on you folks to actually do some of the other actions, which is kind of I like that action selection in this style of game.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do. No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to develop. I want to settle this round. I must be. I must be doing something right because I'm in last place in victory points right now.
Was that the gauge? Is that how you? That's how you can tell.
That's how I was a decent exploration. What am I doing? Oh gosh, this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Good.
Oh darn it! Oops, I just messed up.
Yes. It's what we.
Right. Because we have to do a recap here because Riley's got 2 wins on the series.
Yeah.
And I have 1 win. And so Riley's he's gonna try to capitalize tonight because he's trying to capitalize.
I gotta get my 3rd win. Secure it.
He's
gonna
try to put a stranglehold on here. Okay, I'm gonna choose to. I think I need to consume.
So what I'm hearing is we
Not
need to
supposed to be
pile on
saying out
Riley
loud.
wherever we can.
Oh right, I'm not supposed to say what
Ooh.
phase I want out loud.
So is the plus 5 plus 0? What's that other one? You draw 5 and you don't keep any. You have to discard 5, or
No, you just keep 1. So you normally when you take the action, you draw 2 and get
Oh.
1. If you're the one that chose the action, you can either get 7 and keep 1, or you can get 3 and keep 2.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, that one was really confusing me.
Yeah,
I thought it was saying
the one
like, you
that
draw
allows
5,
you the one that
get
allows
rid
you
of
to draw more is once you kind of get used to this game, you can take that action and like draw a bunch of cards and try to find one that synergizes with the cards that you've already played down. So once you kind of
Okay.
get to know the cards that are in the deck, you can try to cycle through the deck to try to find that one that really, really like gets with you. I'm having a hard time finding words tonight. Consume.
You're doing great explaining it to. I think.
Oh boy.
Oh. If somebody thinks that I'm actually doing a good job explaining, yeesh. But okay, so there now I got a good hand of cards now. So
Oh,
it's
I
kind of
see.
like the consuming action. Really, once you've produced some goods, consuming is a way to get cards without actually having to take the explore action,
Okay, that's smart.
so that you can start now maybe focusing on developing and settling. Like I see, I got a few point generating cards, but I need goods now, and I don't have very many worlds. Riley's already got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's already got 7 cards in his
I
tableau.
know.
My
Huh?
gosh.
What?
This guy, I tell you.
Um,
All right.
I guess settle on. Oh no, I said it out loud again.
Oh, I know to change that now.
Oh my gosh.
What's the bonus you get if you're the one that chooses settle? Is there some bonus for it?
It's a 1 card. I believe it's a
Okay, it's a
1 card
discount.
discount.
Does it give you a military discount as well if it's a military world or no?
No, it's not. Oh wait, maybe that's not what it is. Oh no, the settling one is if you settle, I think you get to draw a card. It's the develop. The develop one gives you a 1 discount if you're the one who chooses develop. And okay, let's put you down. 1, 2,
Well,
3, 4. There we go. Okay, tight game so far. Tight game
Yeah.
and victory points. May place a world. I can.
I think it's good to play a game where none of us are totally sure what we're doing. This is fantastic. I can actually, hang with
We're
you
all
guys
on a
then.
level playing field. I've actually played quite a bit of Race for the Galaxy, but I feel like I'm not doing very good.
You couldn't tell from his score.
If you can't tell.
Oh, Riley is in the lead right now.
God,
Choose a
this
phase.
man, I'm telling I think
Which
he goes
card?
and plays like this. The games are going to play 100
this is
times.
my
before he
favorite
comes
game.
on.
I didn't tell you. I have a huge Race for the Galaxy mural on my wall.
I 100% believe you.
So Ryan, do you have all the expansions for Race, or many expansions, or some expansions?
I actually don't own a physical version of Race for the Galaxy.
Oh.
I play it mostly on. I have the app on my iPad and on my phone.
I do have the app too, and
Okay.
I played halfway through a game several years ago, and was like, I have no idea what's going on, so I never played it again. Now I'm gonna have to go back and play it.
The
I kinda
app
get it now.
actually, when I'm playing it on Board Game Arena here, the app and Board Game Arena implementations are very, very close to one another.
Hmm.
What the heck is it asking me to do here? Oh, there we go. Yeah, the I think the app does a pretty darn good job. Now I have to call out this because I thought it was actually pretty funny. Riley almost watched a rules video for Roll for the Galaxy, which is which is a very similar style of game, but plays vastly different, and it has dice instead of cards. And oh my gosh, what am I gonna do here?
That would have made for a rough game, I think.
You'd be like, where's
Yeah.
where's all the dice?
Ryan, have you played Roll for the Galaxy?
I have. That one I actually do own a physical copy of because I really really like the physical rolling of the dice. And I don't own the app for that one, even though I was a play tester for the app for the iPad, and it's a really really good implementation again.
Yeah.
No, I choose not to. Roll for the Galaxy, I feel is a much, I would say it's a heavier experience. It's a more
really?
It's a more complex.
It's more
version.
fiddly. I have played
Yes,
Roll for the
yes.
Galaxy.
Okay.
It's not even really more complex. It's just more fiddly. I really,
Gotcha.
I think this is a much better game, to be honest. It's more streamlined, more interesting.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would put that this is a much cleaner. This is a much cleaner experience. You nailed it with the wording. It is fiddly. Roll for the Galaxy. How far am I behind in my tableau against everybody else? Gee whiz. Riley, just keep pushing the clock here.
I know. This guy could. Riley, how many videos did you watch for this? I'm curious.
Just the same one you did.
Uh-huh.
And I watched
I'm trying
it
to believe
2
you.
times
I
speed.
really am.
That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
You're
That'll
getting
do
twice
it.
as fast.
That must be it.
Play, I'm gonna...
Oh, Jesus. I don't know, man. Okay.
But once you kind of figure out, like, there's a lot of the icons where it's like, hey, change this type of card into a victory point, or change this type of card into more cards, or I produce these kind of cards, are really the big icons that kind of gets you that you have to like wrap your head around.
Yeah.
1, 2. I'll do it that way. Did somebody? Oh, somebody did choose produce. Thank you, whoever chose produce.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here for you,
oh,
Ryan.
Actually, I didn't even see that. The color of the X shows you
Yeah.
who chose. I didn't actually see that. Choosing not to.
Oh boy, it is so hard to choose what cards to get rid of. Oh my god, this is killing my brain.
Yeah, you
It
can
hurts.
Get
It's painful.
You can get lots of cards. Lots and lots of cards. What does this one do? No, don't want to do that one. So let's do this instead.
I'm just having a blast trying to build the biggest tableau, I guess.
Yeah.
That is a strategy.
With loose understanding of what what I'm actually doing out there.
I think you're doing all right. You're playing down some world cards and things that have lots of victory points on them, and you're trying to do that faster than what we can accumulate points.
Yeah.
Because I'm way back there in points.
It's clear this game is broken. There's only one strategy. Toss that again.
Who do I follow on Twitter that always posts like that they did like super somebody that always posts like they do like super well, and may place a world card. I do want to place a world card. I want to place
Oh man. Okay.
play this one. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I want some victory points. Give me my victory points. I haven't found very good cards that have some. I don't have cards that have like really good synergy. Oh, consume goods. Okay, I will consume this one, I guess.
Oh. Oops.
Oh, it's too late in the game to play that card because I got a feeling Riley's gonna like end things for us soon.
Huh? What?
He just keeps.
Yeah,
he just
he's heading towards it.
like he's got 12 cards in hand, and or is
Are
that
you
what
not
that
able
is?
to use? You cannot use the same consume power twice in one round.
No,
Yeah.
once the
Yeah.
once the one power has been used, you can only use it once.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Man.
What do you just get to the
Oh.
12 cards or something? Is that what you did?
Yeah, what happened there?
Good question. No, I didn't.
Yeah, he's got 12 cards in his
Do
tableau.
I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
It shows over on the
it
right
was
hand side.
organized really funny.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
it's like not organized like 6 by 6.
I thought it was going to organize 6 by 6, and in my brain it was registering that way. But yeah, there was 12.
Yeah.
Oh hey, I didn't finish last.
I did.
Oh my gosh,
Hey, I got a second.
Riley wins
Maybe
again.
the best I've done.
All right, I have secured my victory. So good night, everybody.
I
I'll
think
leave my
I think
screen
you're
on.
safe, man. I don't think you have to worry about losing, even if you lose the next one, right? Or if
Yeah.
Ryan was Ryan 2 also, or just one win?
No, I only had one.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Riley and David up at the top there. David and I actually had the same amount of points, but I gotta read
Yeah.
here what the tiebreaker was. Oh,
Number of cards left in hand plus number of goods.
So David had
Oh,
more
interesting.
cards left in his hand. Yeah, he had 6 cards left in his hand. I only had 2.
Okay, who took the longest turns? Let's see.
Oh yeah, what's the?
Oh, damn. Darn. Sorry. It was me.
It was you.
19 minutes. I thought I was
I
thinking.
feel like I was so quick. You were even explaining things, and I was like, oh, yeah, his explanations are going to buy me some time. That's what it was,
Awesome.
though.
Interesting.
Those extra minutes bought me more points.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game's
guess.
cool. I can see why
I like it.
people get hooked on it, right? Like,
Okay.
I'm just like, well, we could play again in 15 minutes, you know. But that's a good game where you can just quickly get right back into it and just play another one and hope you get a better draw and things work together.
So then here's the question: do you guys want to hop into another one and keep fiddling around?
I'm good with whatever.
Yeah, I would probably say I would want to play Space Base still, but if
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah,
Let's do Space Base.
Space Base is probably going to go a little bit longer than this did.
Yeah, from my experiences on BGA, Space Base is about a 15 to 20 minute
Okay.
game. It doesn't take it's just like a tad longer than this one once engines start building up. Where am
Gotcha.
I going here? Returning to main site. There we go.
Now I want to buy this game. This is terrible. I don't need to buy anything. Ridiculous.
So here's a really good thing about Race for the Galaxy is that they just came out with like a second edition. I don't know what they changed from the first edition, but now they just came out with a second edition expansion box, which combined 3 expansions into like one little set. That you can buy them all at once, and they released expansions in cycles, which was kind of weird. But it's like the first cycle of 3 expansions were like the best ones in my experience.
Okay.
I have played the other ones. Another friend, my friend Ian, has all of the expansions, and we 100% agree that the first 3 expansions were way better than the other ones. They just started trying to do too much with the game.
Yeah.
Overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
Does it play at 2? I didn't notice the player count.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And actually, there's a really good 2-player variant where a couple of the phases can be selected twice. So, like if you and your partner both choose settle, then there's 2 settle actions in the round.
okay.
Or there's 2 develops, and I think there's one other one there's a 2 of. So like it's really really good. Or even you yourself could select it twice if you wanted to.
Okay.
Just getting Space Base all fired up here. I'm not going to put the clock on us on this one.
Thank you.
Riley will still know at the end how much time you took on your turns.
Dang it.
Oh, geez, what just happened?
You blipped.
What is
Everyone was disappearing on me.
space base? There we go.
I think.
Could there be a more generic name for a space themed game than Space Base?
And do you?
Could just be space.
It could just be space, or it could have just been base.
Yeah, base.
What if what if they
Space
called it something really
station.
bad, like Age of Galaxy?
Age of Space.
Space of base. Base.
Oh, no, that's
Base.
good.
That's
Base.
God.
Base in space.
Ace of Space. Ace of Base. That's it. Should have been Ace of Base with just BASE. And then we'll all see the
good.
sign.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with some kind of sign joke, but oh god. Okay, let's see. Yeah, accept.
So good. So since we're doing sci-fi type games, do you guys have a favorite sci-fi movie?
Oh god, that's tough.
Yes. Interstellar.
Oh, good pick.
Hmm.
I haven't
great
seen that
pick.
yet.
Oh, you should see it, Riley. It's really good.
I hear it's pretty trippy.
I really like the way that they told that story and how everything kind of connects eventually.
It's based on very real science as well. I actually got this. I was at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and got to see a talk with who's that famous physicist, Carl Sagan.
Yeah.
Kind of talking about the science, and he was involved in the kind of the development of the movie. So it's pretty interesting. But the movie is just so emotionally like impactful and clever, and such a wonderful score as well. So yeah, that's my number one right now, I think.
Nice.
What about you?
I'm trying to. I'm really thinking here. So
I want to say the equally emotional Mars Attacks, but I don't think that's actually my favorite one. So let me
So
think
good.
for another minute.
One of the worst sci-fi.
I think I saw that like 3 or 4 times in the theater somehow. I don't even know how or why, but it did happen.
Yeah.
I feel like they're always talking about making a sequel of it.
Oh, really?
You're talking about the Tim Burton Mars Attacks movie?
I think that. Yeah.
I remember
How
seeing that
come?
once on like VHS in high school, and it was terrible then. I don't expect it to get any better now. But tastes change. Maybe it was just too intellectual for my.
It
Oh,
probably
yeah.
was.
Understanding.
It's there's a lot of deep meaning in it. It changed my life, to be honest with you.
For the worst, I can
and-
tell.
No, I mean, maybe, but it's permanently scarred me, and that's something, right? That's good.
I'm really I really enjoyed Stargate way back when.
Oh,
Oh my God, Ryan! What you guys are naming the worst sci-fi movies of all time? What are you guys just trolling me right now? Oh my God, I hate that movie.
Mars Attacks wasn't my favorite, but I did enjoy it. Like that's no lie.
I'm just killing myself here. So, I'm sorry, I haven't checked in on everybody. Is everybody good with the rules on Space Base?
I mean,
Yeah, you just click things, right?
You click things.
You click things.
Oh, you
Got
do.
it.
that's what I do.
There's no strategy.
Other people
just
roll
click
and you
things.
get stuff for it, and then when
Yeah.
it comes to your turn,
You spend it.
you click it. Yeah, you click something you want to buy.
Got it. Okay.
You can use the dice when you roll the dice. You can use them separate or combine them, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's-
And if you want to speed things up, there's a little option next to your name that says auto confirm if no action possible. Just click on
Yes.
because there's no
Okay.
reason to not
Oh
let that
yeah.
happen.
I was gonna say, why does it keep asking me to confirm stuff?
Right. So in all
No, I do
seriousness,
need to-
my favorite sci-fi movie is probably Aliens, but I haven't seen it in quite a while now. But
I was gonna.
I just love it.
Aliens.
The second one.
Aliens.
Yeah.
The second one.
I
like
would
the
like to
first one too.
rewatch that series. I haven't watched it in a long time either. It's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Prometheus was great.
Oh,
I'd say I love the new Aliens movies. Some people are really hard on it, but I like Prometheus and I liked
Yeah.
whatever the next one was, Alien
Resurrection.
No,
No,
it was
that was
no.
the third.
That was the worst. That was the fourth one. That was terrible.
Yeah.
But the second of the new series, and the second one with Michael Fassbender as David, I just love his character so
I
much.
haven't watched that one yet, but I hear
Okay.
it's really good. It's not like, jeez, I can't remember what it was. But yeah, Alien one to me is really good. Also, Dune, the new Dune
New Dune,
movie
it's so good. I love that
crazy
movie so
good.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
I actually just watched it for the first time. First time, just the other night.
Oh,
How do you like it? What do you think?
It was on right before House of Dragon, House of the Dragon. So I managed to catch most of it. I was chasing the kids around the house while the thing was on at the same time. But from the parts that I caught, I thought the cinematography was absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, the
I did not
cinematography is
expect
great.
it to be good.
The acting's great.
It's super slow, but I think it builds really well.
That's a typical Denis Villeneuve trademark, though. Like you had to expect that going in, but I think it works well too.
Quick, sharp jokes, you know.
I'm just taking a look at everybody's. Oh, activate sectors. I got to activate a sector here.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I was just trying to take a look at what everybody's tableaus were looking at. Looking like.
I need you guys to start rolling some 8s, please. Please roll some 8s.
I'll work on it.
Why is nobody rolling the more common numbers? I thought this was a probability simulation.
But you know the probability is a curve here because you can choose one or both numbers. So 6 down to 1 are easier to hit than 7.
Yeah.
Which is typically when you're rolling 2 dice, 7 is going to be the most likely, but not in this game. 1 through 6 are more likely.
Do that one, and I will buy a.
Because it only activates if you have like the red above it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
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 So Riley, on your turn,
I like that word, activate.
Activate.
So Riley, you'll only activate on a 5, 9, or 11 if one of us rolls it. That's the way it works.
Okay.
Yeah. So, have you guys seen, and what did you think of The Fifth Element?
I have seen it, and it's cheesy, but man, did I love it. I was probably 18 or 19 when that movie came out, and I must have watched the movie like 100 times.
Yeah.
Like I had the VHS tape, and still fun. I'll also go back and watch it. Did you see? So that guy, he's a French director, and he did another sci-fi movie. What was it called? Something in 1,000 worlds or 1,000 suns or something like that. Planet of 1,000 worlds. Anyway, so he did another movie, and it's very much in the same tone and feel of Fifth Element. So if you like Fifth Element, you should check it out. Yeah, check out. It came out a few years ago. It was a big bomb. Didn't do anything in the box office, so they lost a lot of money on it. But it was just as fun. I thought it worked great.
Activate a 4.
Valeria and a Planet of 1,000 Suns, something like that. It's Valeria and something. Valeria and yeah.
Valeria and the Card Kingdoms.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Just checking.
Fantastic game that is based off this Maki Koro space base.
Yeah.
Roll 2 dice and activate things system.
You like it?
I really enjoy Valeria Card Kingdoms.
I've never played it.
I know nothing about any of the Valeria games. I know there's like a few of them, and I don't think I can't recall hearing anyone really talk about them a lot on things. So I don't know anything about them.
Here's a cool thing, David. I own all of the Valeria Kingdom games, and I've only ever just played Card Kingdoms.
Oh, really?
The most recent one, this is a funny thing. I don't know if you guys know, there's this reviewer who does board games and bourbon. I think his name's Glenn. Have you guys seen him on social media or anything?
Yes, I've seen him on social media.
He designed or co-designed the final of the most recent of the Valeria games, I believe. I know. I don't even know if it's out yet, but I know it was on Kickstarter like a year or so ago, and he was the designer on it.
Huh. That's pretty
Very
nice.
good. Very cool.
Speaking of Kickstarter, holy moly, we have so many good crowdfunding games coming out.
Jesus, I have so many things that I stuck a little heart on them so I could look at them, and I'm like, I can't. How am I going to narrow this down?
Yeah,
I shouldn't buy any of it, is what I should do, but it's not going to go that way.
Yeah, because our video on I guest on Jason Deere's Dyson Dragons YouTube channel. We have a series with the Meeple Dungeon called Kickstarter Excess or Value. Our new episode just dropped tonight before this stream, where we talked about Kinfire Chronicle. And that was our thoughts about taking a look at the value of it. And this is the one that I was messaging you guys with about the it's cheaper right now during the campaign, but if you wait for the pledge manager, the game costs an extra $50.
Okay,
Right.
so I have two big thoughts on this because you did mention this in chat. First of all, Kinfire Chronicle is going to be crap. I don't even know anything about it, but I can tell you right now,
Wow.
it's never going to make it in the top 500 on BGG. Don't waste your money on it. But if it does, cool, you'll be able to buy it later, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that to me seems like a bit, like I just looked briefly at the campaign, and like there's no pedigree from what I could tell. There's no reason to believe that game is going to be successful. So I think it's a big risk. But the pledge manager thing, so here's my thought on it. The whole reason for doing Kickstarter primarily for backers, obviously they get or for publishers, they get they get money up front to help pay for the campaign and stuff like that. But one of the big motivations is the marketing hype that they get out of it. So I understand why they would not give you the same value if you wait until after the Kickstarter is closed, because they get more value out of you backing early and showing that the game's doing well. Mm-hmm. So I've seen people complain about that. I think, Riley, you were saying that was crazy. I don't understand why why you would expect to get the same value if you're not one of the ones that's taking the risk at the front and helping get the stretch goals and all of that stuff. So that's kind of my take on those things. Like I understand that why publishers would do that. They want you to they want you to put your money up front where there's kind of generating more hype for it. So
yeah. And
that's what I was kind of saying too, was like, I understand a little bit of a jump, but not like a $50 jump.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
That's like excessive.
Yeah, and we had talked to a publisher on the show before, and they did mention that yes, they do want those numbers because there's actually distribution deals on the table if you're able to get to X amount of backers or raise X amount of money, and then being able to enter your product into distribution is a big deal to a lot of these, especially small companies.
Yeah, you know who doesn't care and who lets you do it in the pledge manager? They're the people that don't need the funds at all, and they're treating it like a pre-order system. And it's like the existing publishers who could sell the game regardless of whether or not you back it on Kickstarter, but they're just using it as a way to market it.
Simon Games.
So Tim, when you talked about the game not having pedigree, which I understand, but like I don't know, is there something beyond that makes you worry about the game? Because I mean, I think I could be wrong. I think Cascadia was like Randy Flynn's first game. I
sure.
Nova was that designer's first game. So I mean, I understand that it's not as safe for sure, but I don't know that it's necessarily a cause for worry either.
It is
on its own.
It is a cause for worry, and Cascadia and Arc Nova and Gloomhaven were the very, very rare exceptions of like first-time designers putting a game up that was actually exceptional. Like there are dozens, hundreds of games that are being pushed off Kickstarter every year that you'll never hear about again. And then good chance they won't even get made. Like a lot of them are either, several years delayed or they end up with production issues because these are like first time, like people. I didn't look closely at the campaign, so I could be totally wrong on this. Like it's possible on that one that there are some people involved that have done Kickstarters before and stuff. But I don't know. The reality is you're just taking a big risk, I think, if you're backing a game that doesn't have people have actually designed a game, don't know how to play test a game, don't know how to, produce a game. Like they might have a great concept, but you don't know that game's going to be any good. And it's probably not. The odds are based on all the Kickstarters that have been delivered over the last 10 years where, you've just never heard about them again. And that's what I think Kinfire Chronicles is going to be. But again, it's kind of a crapshoot. I could be totally wrong. It could be the next Gloomhaven, which is what Tim, it looks like they want to be. Yeah.
My Wonder Woman water bottle, half full.
Very well played.
And delicious.
There are things in that Kinfire Chronicle like page when I'm looking at the game. There's things in there that I like, but I'm the tightwad guy. That I'm always the guy who does the $1 pledge, and then holds onto my money until the last possible moment. I'm that guy. I hold on to my money until I actually have to spend it, and stuff like that. So that's
Again, I didn't look that close. Is there any evidence that somebody objectively reviewed it at this point? Like, has anyone actually played this game and
there's been
reviewed
like
it positively?
What's his name, Ruel, Jill,
Yeah.
like the night that we were recording, he was going to be doing a Twitch like live play
Play a live playthrough
of the game.
Paid, I assume, though, right?
Yeah, and then like
so not objective.
And there's Before You Play did I don't know, there's no objective.
They did a playthrough, right?
Yeah, they did a playthrough, paid
sure.
playthrough, and
yeah, and well, that's cool though. I mean, if you got them doing a playthrough, like if you watch the playthrough and it actually looks like a fun game, that's a good step in the right direction for sure.
But then I did see, because it was a little hard to find, but they do have a Tabletopia demo of the first, I think, 2 scenarios or something like that I might actually have to try, because my new computing machine can actually handle like Tabletop Simulator and Tabletopia now, so that I can actually maybe try it out. I'll do this one, and I guess I'm going to be doing. Let's try.
Holy cow, Ryan! You got tons of income already, huh?
Yeah, I've been just bumping it up. I'm at a 5, so that means the income in this game is pretty cool, because whenever you spend, it just slides down to your income. You guys have also been hitting like like I don't have a ton of cards above my tableau, but you seem to be hitting the ones that. So I always have like lots of money on my turn.
Well, that's the funny thing. I mean, like you can only hit a income on 8 through 12 or 9 through 12 normally. You got an 8 in there as well, so you're getting a lot of high numbers on your rolls too if you're getting that much income.
Yeah, well, a 7's been hit a few times, and I get $5 whenever you guys roll a 7.
That's a good one. That's good for you.
Yeah. But I did find when I play, so I play this game with my wife quite a bit, and games have been competitive. But when I started playing games on Board Game Arena, I'm getting decimated. Like people are getting up to 40 points, and I'm sitting at like 13, 20, like half the thing. They are rocketing up this, and I've been trying to observe what they do, but everybody seems to get like a little bit of a different engine, a little bit of different strategy. I don't know. It's been weird. So I don't know.
I've only played it the once, and I felt like I finally started to gain some points, and the game was over.
Yeah. That was how I felt. And typically when my wife and I play, like it is quite close. So we start buying the point, like there's the point cards at the bottom. We start buying those up, and then the game ends, and then we're only like usually a difference of like 5 to 8 points at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only played once, and like many other games I played on BJ, I was on my phone. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but sure. We'll just look like that. That sounds nice. Sure. Let's do that. Yeah.
All right. And then I can do a buy. What can I buy? I want to buy something. Let's buy.
When I first taught this game to my wife, she didn't like it very much, mainly because all of the cards that have like the charge counters on them, she felt like were just super awkward and confusing and stuff like that. So we tried several times, just like, I just do not like this game. So I taught this to my parents one time. I was out visiting them, and they loved it and they bought it right away. But they immediately told me, they're like, we never picked the cards with the charge counters. We just took them all out and just play that way. So they told my wife this, and she's like, let's play that way. And now she loves it. And that's the only way we play. She took out all like cards that have charge counters in them, and it goes smoother. It's quicker. And, 90% of the time, those are probably the best buy anyway. So
I think it was the charge cards and the rules, the rule book as written. I think the rule book could be a better written rule book. It doesn't explain the charges I think clear enough because I think I played this game like 10 times before I actually thought before I thought I understood charges, and then I played on BGA and I'm like, oh, that's how they work. That's
the rule book was a little hard to follow if you just try to learn out of the rule book. It's not a great one.
Especially they're aiming at kind of like a family friendly experience.
Right.
It's like a 38-page rule book. Which some people look at that and be like, oh my gosh. But half the rule book is the rules, and half the book is like explaining some of these icons and
I think that's the thing, right? Like all these cards that have like charge counters and you can manipulate the move cards around and stuff like that. They can work out as a strategy, but you have to be pretty thinky about it. You have to be pretty like specific. And the family market it's targeting, I just don't think are usually going to take advantage of it. So I feel like they kind of overcomplicated it just a tad. But I like playing it either way. But you can see my Tableau right now doesn't have any of those. It's all points and income and coins.
Have any of you tried any of the expansions or anything?
I bought the Shy Pluto expansion, which I've got the Command Center box, which just adds player count basically. We've got the Shy Pluto expansion, which adds some mechanisms through kind of a campaign mode. I would say I wasn't super impressed with it though. But again, I did try to play it with my friends that don't like all the weird stuff, so they mainly ignored. And they don't want to hear any of the story stuff. So there's some cards that we still play with in there, which are interesting, but it's not really amazing. But it just adds more variety in the cards, which is good. There's actually a great little. There's a pack, kind of a promo pack that they offered, which is like 6 or 8 cards, which offer some really fun extra cards that are just like several of them have. You would get points plus coins plus income on a single roll.
All right.
And so those are fun cards when you can hit those. Or they're ones where like you only get the benefit if you roll a hard 8, like 2 4s instead of the actual 8. So those ones were pretty fun. So I guess I played all the expansions at this point.
Oh, nice.
Norm from Cardboard Conjecture just popped in saying, "Hey dudes, welcome."
Hey,
welcome,
Hey Norm.
Hold on.
How's it going?
Thanks for dropping by, playing a little space base.
It's all about that base.
Yeah. I think he's checking in to see if we've all recorded or what you've been playing Wednesday. So.
Oh, got to do that after this.
Yeah, I meant to do that earlier today. The day got away from me.
And Norm is plugging his ears, going la 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 la. I'll wait for his. He'll have some sort of witty reply on that. Yeah, everybody on this stream is now a contributing member of the. He's just laughing. He's doing ha ha ha. Contributing member of What You've Been Playing Wednesdays, which is really awesome. Our American correspondents.
Yeah.
Ambassadors. That's what he's called them. Ambassadors.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like I'm an honorary Canadian. It's so fantastic. I feel good.
Do you feel yourself having to say like apologize and say sorry all the time? And
just gonna say that I haven't heard you apologize enough tonight, David.
So far, I just want to get to Tim Hortons real bad. I don't know if that's part of it or what.
You can't be Canadian unless if you visit Tim Hortons like 3 or 4 times a day.
That's what I've heard. So yeah, I have this weird craving, and I don't even know what I'm expecting, but it's there, man.
It's there. It's there. We'll do a 3 and a 5.
Nice. Keep rolling those 8s. I like it.
Oh, are you bumping on the 8s?
My 8s are crazy.
Crazy 8s.
Just do that guy. Oh, a 12.
Ooh,
I roll a 12.
A 12.
I'll take that. I'll take that
Nice.
7 points. Thank you very much.
So disappointed. I was gonna buy
God.
a 12 last time. I should have. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Man,
That's
there's a
I
7.
have
like a
nothing
7.
on my 6 or my 12. That was useless for me. Damn
Wah,
it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Womp, 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 womp. Okay, what are we going on here? Oh, okay. I can start off. Ooh, nice. Riled Nerds rolls a 1 and a 3.
Oof.
Oh,
Jeez.
there's that 4. I've been hitting that 4 a lot. Get a couple bucks every turn. on that 4. What should I do on my turn? Should we start planning and look at some cards here?
Holy cow, Tim! You got some points. Holy crud! I don't like that one bit.
15 points. Oh, he must have grabbed one of the. Must have grabbed one.
Well,
of the,
I got 7 points off my 12 that I rolled, but also I
Oh.
did grab one of the points as well. One of the
Oh,
point
yeah,
cards of
grabbed it.
bases.
So are there cheat codes on BGA? I'm just checking.
up, down, down, left, right.
Oh,
There
you rolled
go.
an 8 again. Ryan,
What?
keep that up, man. Keep going.
Man.
8s all day long.
Man, oh man, I'll have to do that.
8s are the key to my victory tonight.
Grab another 7, and I'll grab another.
Here's what we do
grab
for the
9.
what you've been playing. We just record it all together right here.
And I was
Yeah, we'll submit this
and I'll
couple
splice
hour
out, and
long
I'll
thing.
splice out the audio. And our segment will be 1 hour long.
Yeah, he'd love that, right?
Now I can buy a card. Right, I just activated my power. Now I can actually buy a card. Let's go with purchasing. I'll purchase this one right here. Thank you, Tim, for the 2.
Oh, darn it.
Oh boy. Okay.
Love the 2.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. I'll take that.
I got a good build up on the 2 and my 7. And 4, 5, 6. Oh, I got a 9. I can activate a 9. I like the 9. 22 points. Tim's halfway to victory.
Keep rolling those 8s.
Unacceptable.
8, 8, 8, 8.
Norm is mentioning that he is playing Viticulture World
Ooh.
solo.
That's fun. That's a good one.
Oh, nice.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to play it. I think we might be able to manage to get it on stream.
Riley rolled an 8.
Oh, Jesus. Riley.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Norm, which continent are you playing right now? What's your most recent continent you played in Viticulture World?
We just talked about it last night, so he might be whatever the introductory one is.
The green goalie one?
Because I wasn't sure. I can't remember what we said last night, if he had been starting playing it or if he was going to start playing it tonight. One of the two. The intro, yeah, he says the intro
green goalie
deck.
Green
Nice.
goalie is set in the world of Charterstone. Are any of you guys Charterstone players? Have any of you played Charterstone?
Yes. My wife and I played it right before we had our firstborn.
Oh, wow.
We powered through it on a Christmas break. We played it every night for, I think, like 10 nights. And it was a great experience. We really enjoyed it.
I really like Charterstone a lot. I had a really good 4-player campaign. Actually, I did 2 4-player campaigns, and then I played once 2-player. And the larger player counts were definitely a more interesting game, but it was fun to 2 as well. But then there were a couple players in those campaigns that didn't like it at all, like really, really didn't like it. So it's kind of your mileage may vary kind of situation.
Yeah. I feel like when it came out, I'd only heard a few places talk about it, and they weren't super excited about it, so I just never looked further into it, I don't think.
I've always been interested in trying it.
A lot of people have bad taste.
We can't account for that.
I would say it's not a perfect design. It definitely has a few flaws, but I think it can be a lot of fun if you go into it with the mindset of exploring this game. And I think it was doing something really groundbreaking at the time, which was trying to do a competitive legacy game. Yeah. And I think it worked really well. So
And
I played anything.
What my wife and I did too is since we were playing it 2-player, we did what Rado had suggested, and we played with 2 Automa players at the same time. So it was simulating a 4-player game, and they really helped us because it kept pushing the clock.
Well, that's the only thing I don't like about the Automa. I played a solo campaign, and it pushes the clock too fast in my opinion. So I think you can have a little more fun with it if you don't let them push it. But that's cool. I mean, it was a good experience for you. That's great. It does though help build up the map in a little bit more way and get more competitive with the multiple automa going there.
Yeah, and I do have the recharge pack, so in case I ever want to play with like a group, we can reset our copy of the game. I always find it funny because they did advertise that that's one of the games that you can play after the legacy experience. And just play it. But has anybody actually ever done that?
I have quite a bit, and it's not. It has some bigger flaws. So it's better as a campaign game. It's okay after, but there's like some of the spaces there just don't make sense if you're not still playing towards the campaign.
Okay.
So it kind of messes up the flow of the game. I think they could have done better with it. Again, not perfect, but oh boy.
Yes.
I gotta stop talking and start making good decisions.
So
I rolled an 8.
Oh my gosh!
What is the end trigger of this game?
When somebody gets to 40 points, then everybody gets an equal number of
okay.
turns, and then the game's over. And whoever has the most points wins. Oh, Norm's built a couple bases. Or, sorry, Ryan. Ryan's built a couple bases. Not Norm. Norm's not even on here. Norm's not playing.
This is my game.
Anyway, there is a digital app by Digidiced, I think, a really, really great app implementation of Charterstone where you can play a full campaign. And I played it quite a few times solo against like several automa. But the automa is smarter. The AI is smarter on the app than the automa is in the board game. So if you're interested in trying it, it's like a $9.99 game, but I think it's really fun.
Got it. Yeah, I did see that there was a digital version of that. I was very intrigued. Very intrigued.
In fact, I would love if you guys are interested, I would love to do a campaign with other people, kind of like async on there.
Oh, yeah.
So if anyone else wants to grab it and get into a game, I'd play it anytime.
Is it cross platform?
I think it is. I think you can play it on any because I think it's on Android, iPhone, iOS, and Steam, and I think it is cross-platform, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
That'd be something to dig into. Because again, I got a new computing machine that can actually handle like playing games on it.
Nice.
A 9. A 9. Do I have it? Oh, I do have a 9. Tim, I don't like it. You're at 31. I don't like it. You're getting close. You roll like
anybody's game.
You roll like what? Your 12. Is your 12 still like a really good one for you?
It is, but I haven't rolled it a second time yet. So one more, and I'll be pretty close there, though.
Yeah.
I would very much like you to roll an 8, though, Ryan. On your turn.
Eights do seem to have been rolled quite a number of times. Because what do you get on 8s?
It's not huge, actually. I get 1 point and like 8 coins. Yeah, 7 coins. 1 point and 7 coins.
1 point and 7 coins.
But it's the best I get going. It's the best I get going on my top row. My top row is kind of pathetic tonight, actually. It's almost all just coins.
Whenever people have been rolling 7s, I get 10 coins.
Oh, we rolled the 12.
Roll a 12. I don't have anything really great in my 12, but
I would have taken that 12.
I can do this though and claim a level 2 card.
I'm the only person without a 12.
Grab that one, and then I can also buy.
David's 12 is awesome.
Yeah.
7 points.
Oh man.
Oh, it's kind of the same as mine, I guess. But your top level is better than mine.
Yeah. Okay.
3 and 2 or 5.
I do that one.
Okay, 5, 34. Well, we don't want you guys getting this base, so I'll take it.
Does that end the game? What are you getting?
Nope. I got 3 more points to go.
Man.
You guys roll 3 more 8s and we're golden. Oh, you got a 9. Darn it.
There's a 9. Or I can do a 3. No, 9. Intriguing. Yeah, I should have got some more point cards that I get points on other people's turns. Maybe.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. Oh, there's
Ooh, you got an 8.
An
I like
8.
it.
Oh, no.
Who?
8.
Why?
Why?
I feel pretty good about this one. I think I might have it in the bag.
You might.
Although I could roll a lot of numbers on my turn that would give me absolutely nothing now if I roll 1 through 4.
Don't even.
My goodness gracious. I don't know if I can get 17 points on my turn.
Who was first?
Well,
player
I have
in
a
this
plan to
one?
get 29 on mine, so I don't know.
Riley was
what you're
first
worried about.
player.
Yeah.
11. Ooh, 11 doesn't help me too much here.
6 or 11. Well, I guess I'll take those. And then, my goodness gracious, I can't. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to buy. I don't even know what to get.
I feel like this is gonna be it. This will be the final turn.
I got a feeling too.
It's a final
Yeah,
countdown.
seems like
Do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do-do.
No, I actually don't have a lot of ways to get points on my turn at this point. I'd have to roll a 5, an 8, or a
Oh, I can
12.
do something.
What about when you're 1 through 4? Are those not points?
No, they don't. You can never hit those again. Once you put a base there, you block them
Oh.
out. They're one-time points, so none of those are gonna trigger for me. But 5 and 8 are not bad odds. I'd love to. It would be sexy.
Oh,
if
but
I
he
rolled
rolled a
12.
12.
Oh, I did it!
Oh my
God.
god!
Yes. That was awesome.
That was I like
This
the
game
fact it was
sucks.
awesome. No big
I was just about to say, like, it'd be really sexy if I rolled a 12 for the finish, and then you gave me that. So this is the last turn, David.
last
All
turn.
right. Ah, Jesus, doesn't matter.
Make it worth your while, David.
Whatever.
Yay!
There it is.
I got to win. I'm on the
Woo.
board.
Oh, and Riley gets the second. Look at that. Who took the longest?
Oh,
Don't
let's
even
see.
look.
Oh no, it was David this time.
What? How's that even possible?
How is that even possible?
I
That
just
doesn't make
don't
any sense.
understand how Tim is always the fastest.
Yeah.
Probably age. With age comes experience and speed. Isn't that how it works? As you get older, you get faster.
I think I'd be faster than you.
Senile?
I assume.
Well,
I think I'm older than you, David. Didn't we? I feel
You
like we
think so?
talked about this before. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
We're not gonna say it though. We're not gonna name it.
I know you guys are
Ryan-
dancing around.
Can-
Let's,
Ryan might be older than me too.
can
but
you
I think about-
propose a math equation to help the viewers solve?
I can't.
My favorite number in this game multiplied times 5.
You're 60.
Oh, no, I'm older than you.
You're
Are you?
60.
No, not 12. Yeah. Okay.
8. It was 8.
I thought I was
8.
older than you, David. That's interesting. All right.
No, that.
Wait.
No.
Wait, you're 40?
I'm 45.
45.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I'm also.
Oh yeah,
45.
you're right. I didn't even calculate it right. It's 40.
I know. I was like,
Wait, he's 40?
when you get older, your math skills get worse. That's what I heard.
I'm still mad though because you look like 15 years younger than me, so I'm a little agitated.
But you
at
are
this
younger,
point.
right? You're like 43, 42.
No, I'm 45.
You're 45 also. What's your birthday?
April.
What are you fishing for? Info?
Yeah. To steal your identity.
Your last
I was
four,
born
the
in
last
late
4
April.
digits of your credit card.
Okay. So you're a little
Yeah.
bit older. You're a little bit younger than me because I'm going to turn
Oh.
46 in October. So yeah, you're a
Okay.
little younger than me.
Yeah, my social
And what was
security
your mother's
number.
maiden
Is...
name?
Yeah, what's the street you live on, by the way? Just curious.
Oh my goodness
Oh my
gracious! All these, all these guys playing with these young bucks here. I can't even tell. I'm going to be 40 in April, this upcoming April. So
You're going to be 40?
I'll be 40 in April. Yeah.
Wow, you're
Wow.
okay. See, I thought in Riley, you're not 40. You're under 40, right? You're like
Yeah,
30,
Riley.
Yeah.
you're 35
Yeah,
or
do you
something
have-
like that.
Do you have your driver's
How
license
old
yet,
am I?
Riley?
I'm 34. I
Yeah.
think I'm 34. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I thought I was older than all you guys.
Norm says I only count my maturity age. Which
12?
is well,
Yeah,
it's
right.
good advice. It's very good advice.
Well, I think that's the only reason, Ryan, why I thought you might be older is because Norm told us how old he was last time we met. We talked with him, and I know he's a little bit older. So I was like, maybe you guys grew up together or something because I knew you.
No, we actually met each other teaching at when I joined when I got my job at the current school that I'm at, and
Gotcha.
he taught across the hall from me, and then we kind of just hit it off.
Were you both gamers before you met, or did one of you introduce games to the other one?
I believe I introduced more of the modern side of games to Norm.
Didn't he have like a Risk group or something?
Yeah, he had like this regular like Monday night Risk game that he might be able to like chime in on the chat here, but he had a regular Risk night that he was playing for like I want to say a very very long period of time, and then.
And was that just one game of Risk that took a very long
No,
20 years Risk.
They played a version of Risk. I believe they referred to it as Mission Risk, where there was like there was always missions that they had to go on or something. He's like 24 years long. 24 years.
Wow.
Of
That's
Risk.
a long time.
That's a lot of Risk. Don't play
That's
Risk
crazy.
against Norm.
No.
Have you played against him?
Do you know what? Actually, we have not played a game of Risk together.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, if you play, take Australia.
That's what I hear.
That's a winning strategy. That was always my dad and I used to play a lot, and my brother too. But it was always competitive with me and my dad, and we were always fighting over Australia in the opening moves.
Sweet.
So, what do you guys think of the two games back to back versus a longer game?
That was fun.
That was
I
fun.
enjoyed it.
I liked it. Yeah. That was cool.
No, I wasn't asking that. I was asking which do you prefer? Do you prefer playing two games or do you prefer playing one?
Yeah,
longer
that
game?
was good.
It was
Good,
still cool.
Tim.
It
It was great. It's always fun playing games with you. You know,
Yeah.
I like 2 out of the 3 of you, and
I think it
that's
was back to back. Fantastic.
I was
like
ready
that
for
too,
the
it was
answer.
back-to-back one.
I was ready for the answer of yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we got, I think.
Which of the two games, like, are you intrigued more by Race for the Galaxy now?
I am.
I'm definitely more intrigued. I had fun with it. I'll probably get on that app when I'm traveling next time and hit it out a little bit. I think that Space Base has actually grown on me a lot over the years, and I really had fun playing Space Base right now, which is so weird because it's like you roll dice and you do what they say basically, but it's so fun and you get all those dopamine hits all the time. I want to play more Race for the Galaxy for sure, but I think of the two, Space Base right now is still my favorite.
yeah. I think I liked Space Base a little bit more, but I also think I feel like I could play Space Base again right now. Where the other one, I was like, yeah, that was fun.
I'm kind of the opposite. Like I really liked Race for the Galaxy and Space Base. Excuse me. Just the second time I played it, and I enjoy playing it, but I'm not super in love with it or like intrigued by further plays. But Race for the Galaxy, like I really want to. I feel like I want to delve into that more and try to figure out strategies a little bit more in that one.
There's definitely more to explore in Race for the Galaxy, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
Have you guys played any of Tom Lehman's other games?
I played
Which
Res
game?
Arcana.
Res Arcana,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh yes.
That's my favorite of his that I've played so far. He's got a new hit one out. What's it called? Like Dice Realms, which has like all these interchangeable dice faces.
That sounds like a pain to deal with.
It does.
To be honest with you.
And it's expensive too.
That was the thing.
But
that's the only thing that's driving me away from it is the price point of the style of game that it is.
yeah, because it's like a 20-minute like Race for the Galaxy type of game, but it's like $100.
Yeah,
but
just setting up and breaking down sounds like a
totally
nightmare. So.
Yeah, it sounds like it's got like variable, like every game you're gonna play with kind of a different set of possible dice faces and what the dice faces do. So it from what I've read is that it's like every time you play, it can feel like a very different experience. But also like sometimes the experience can be like super short, you're done in 10 minutes, and then sometimes it goes on too long. So it sounds like it's kind of like risky as far as how it's going to go. But
Yeah.
I like Res Arcana a lot. But yeah, I'd like to dig into Roll or Race a little bit more. I played Roll a few times, and I think I like Race for the Galaxy more than Roll for the Galaxy.
It's a very, but like I think we said, it's a smoother experience of a game.
Sorry if you guys can hear that. That's my cat decided to start banging on the closet door over here. So if you're hearing the
I
noise.
thought it was drumming.
I know. I thought it was like
The
your washing
war
machine,
drums
like
beating.
shaking the wall. Or something. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh,
No, I shouldn't.
I was just looking this up. Tom Lehman designed this little dice game that I really, really enjoy called To Court the King. And To Court the King was re-implemented by a game called Favor of the Pharaoh, which did Tom Lehman do that one as well? Did he just redo? I want to say that that was his game too. Favor of the Pharaoh. Oh my gosh! There we go.
Get a little purring going on in the microphone, probably.
Oh, I can hear it now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a purrer for sure.
The views on this thing just tripled.
We got 3 people now.
Yeah. Woo.
Perfect. I need to make a little thumbnail.
Yeah, make sure that's the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thumbnail
you're
right there. Now Riley's gonna go get his cat.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them.
Oh right, you do.
I have a cat somewhere if I can
3.
find it.
So what would be your favorite space game?
Ooh.
I mean, you can include the ones from tonight, but
Well, my number one game of all time has a sci-fi theme on it, so I'd have to give it to Dune
Oh.
Imperium.
I figured that was going to be your answer.
But there's a lot of good ones. Eclipse is great. Clank in Space is great. Been playing Edge of Star Wars Galaxy Outer Rim, right? That's a good one. That Age of Galaxy game that we reviewed a few weeks ago was a lot of fun.
That actually sounded really good. That was one of... I finished listening to that episode, and I immediately was like looking it up to see if I could find it somewhere.
Is it? It's not available?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got to
Maybe
play
it
mine.
would be
I
at my
can do it
store.
yet.
I would say
What's that?
I
What'd you
still
say,
have to play
David?
mine. I haven't dug into it yet too much.
Oh,
I've been
gotcha.
unboxing like
Oh, so you
crazy and
haven't.
then like focusing on specific reviews, and I haven't had time to do anything outside of that. So it's been tight on time.
I would say mine is Twilight Imperium. I really have always enjoyed all of my plays of it. It's really though I do have a recent acquisition that I don't know might combat it. I have to start playing it. Stars of Ikarios. I just got locally, and they've been advertising it as Space Gloomhaven, and I absolutely love Gloomhaven. And this is like a space, like lots of different scenarios, working through yourself through a narrative, upgrading your ship, have lots of ship combats and stuff like that. It plays solo, plays multiplayer. It literally does look like it's just Gloomhaven in space with space battles.
Nice.
That's cool.
So this
That's pretty cool.
This might become a real popular thing in my house once I start playing it.
Yeah, I think mine is probably Starship Samurai that I talked about recently on Cardboard Conjecture.
Yeah.
It's it's not super hard to learn, and part of it is there's just so much going on thematically that to me it's like, oh my god, I'm doing this epic thing and it's taking an hour and it's awesome.
And I just ordered it yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't order Outlive though, Ryan?
I own Outlive.
Oh, okay.
I own Outlive already. I'm the one who introduced Norm to it.
Gotcha.
One evening, and was like, yeah, that game is a great choice, perfect choice.
If you hate it, I will accept no blame.
No, Starship Samurai is a game that I've always had my eye on. I've just never been able to it's never been available locally. And you kind of just pushed me down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy it on a different online retailer. I'll have it shipped to me. There was a guy that had it locally, and I replied to his local classified ad, and he just never replied to me back.
Oh man!
I said, I want to send you. I want to give you money for your game. Please reply back. And it was like 3 weeks of me sending this guy messages and him never responding to me.
Wow.
He's probably
I got mine at I got mine at half price books out here. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was pretty cheap. And then, man, I fell in love with it. It's so good. So good.
Yeah, I like.
Go buy it.
I already did. Oh, you're talking
Talking
to the
to the other
audience.
half of
Oh,
us.
yeah, the
Oh,
audience.
and the audience.
You're talking to the
You'll buy it,
audience.
audience.
I feel like this is the subliminal messaging from The Simpsons, where it's like, smoke.
Riley, did you
Are
say what your
smoking
favorite?
yet?
What was your favorite
Oh.
space theme game?
I mean, actually, right over there, I have 3 that I love. Intrepid is a great co-op one, really challenging. Outer Rim, I think, might be the one right now. But if I get Nemesis played, if I ever get that one played, I think that might take it from everything I've heard about it and from what I understand about
That's
it.
a cool experience.
Hey, let me ask you this, Tim, because I know your whole crew really liked Nemesis. I played it once and I enjoyed it too. To me, and I'm wondering if you would agree with this. I don't hear many people talk about it, so I almost wonder if I was taught this wrong. Okay, to me, that was like kind of a big glaring flaw in that you can be. I mean, this is a long game. You can be eliminated early on, and there's nothing now. You're just out of the game.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I think it is a potential flaw.
not like that.
It didn't happen to any of us on my 2 plays of it, so we didn't have that experience. But I think I mentioned on a review that I was afraid that was a risk. I think there's a variant in the box that says that if you get knocked out, you can play as the alien, or maybe it's one of the expansions, and then you kind of make decisions as the alien, so that would make it a little bit more interesting. But I agree. Yeah, I think that's definitely a risk. I think the game has a lot of risk for being a bad experience sometimes. Luckily, we had 2 pretty good plays. My first play was much better than my second play, but the second was still fun. So I think it's a game that is going to have some high highs and some mediocre game plays, and it depends on who you are too. I didn't expect to like it. I did actually enjoy it, but I think it's not going to be a great hit for everybody. Did you get knocked out, David, early in the game?
I did get knocked out, but it worked out okay because our son was like a baby, like a little baby, and so we had to bring him with, and so I could just kind of walk around and comfort him. But that's still like I'm just like waiting around for an hour and a half.
No, I mean you got to think that's a terrible a game night. If you sit down with 4 or 5 people for a game night and then one person gets knocked out 10 minutes in, and then it's like a 2.5 hour game, that's a terrible game night for somebody to go through, right?
I kind of had that experience with Zombicide last week with my brother. I mean, that's only like an hour game, but he got knocked out in like the second round, and then I went on to win the whole thing by myself. But it took a long time, and I felt really bad. I was just like, do you want to restart? And he's like, no, go ahead. Like, I'm sure you won't live long.
Yeah, I think most co-op games like that, like Cthulhu Death May Die handles it pretty well, whereas like if anybody gets knocked out before the Great Old One gets summoned, or before you disrupt the ritual, which is towards the end of the game, then the game is over for everybody.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and so but if you get close to the end and then and it's getting really hard, and then a player gets killed, that's okay because it's like 5 minutes from the end, and everyone's excited to see if you can still pull it off, even if that one person sacrificed himself. But there's kind of a time limit on like if it's too early, you're not going to sit through it. The game's just over. Although
then it feels like a great sacrifice, like in a movie type thing.
Exactly.
Like, rather than early on, you're just like, oh yeah.
Although the frustrating thing can be that somebody can get knocked out like 10 minutes in, and you can spend like 15 minutes setting up the game, and then like 10 minutes later the game's over. You're like, oh, jeez. All right, let's do it again.
That's terrible.
Does it take very much time to like reset though?
Yeah, it's got a decent, especially if you want to switch to another scenario, which you usually would. It's a decent amount of setup in it for sure. Yeah.
Cool.
But it's the same. It doesn't happen often. I probably played like 20 games of that and only had somebody get knocked out within the first quarter a couple times. So it's not bad.
Oh, okay. I know that with Nemesis, you can, like when I was reading through, you can play it fully co-op if you wanted.
Yeah.
And
don't take
out those cards. I know it sounds so much more interesting.
It's way better if there's the
if
risk.
I was able to get my wife to play with me,
there you go.
I would have to.
Well, I think that's what Chris said. I think he ended up playing with his wife fully co-op, or maybe he planned to, because she wouldn't like it. But yeah, that was the most fun part about it, where we're all like, what is he doing over there? Like, the intrigue about it, like make that a co-op game, and I'm not interested at all anymore. But the semi co-op, the potential trader mechanism there was really fun.
Although now you have gotten Arkham Horror the card game, and I think all 4 of us play that, right?
Yeah.
David, you play it too, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's been a
me
minute,
and
but yeah.
Ryan have played. I've only played with Ryan, actually.
You guys played on video.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now Norm, if he's still watching, Norm owns Arkham Horror card game as well. There's a lot of us that play. So Tim's made a very wise choice.
Well, just wait because I raved about it on the last episode. Just wait to hear what I say about it on the next episode
Uh-oh.
because it
I think
comes
it's
back.
only. Wait. Oh no.
What? Okay. We need to end this stream so that we can I have to hear Tim's thoughts. Now. I can't wait.
Well, I'll tell you, but basically, I actually went through the process of purchasing an expansion.
Yeah.
And I paid $70 for a stack of cards this big in a box that was way oversized. That's what the expansion, the campaign pack, cost, $69.95. So I don't know. It might give me the value out of it in gameplay, but component wise, that was like the biggest ripoff I've ever seen in a game.
Yeah, Tim,
So-
I was gonna say the cards were this high, but your adventure.
Well, they might be. No, and I'm very clear about that. Like, I don't know. It might be great, but I think it's, I was a little surprised. Like, if you get into it, you're blowing a lot of money for component wise. Now, obviously, somebody's put a lot of effort into the artwork and the story, and it's a cool experience. But we'll see. I'll have to check back as to whether it pays off.
I can actually do that because I have all the campaign stuff separated out into a big box behind me. I should actually look at it. Was it the Dunwich?
It was a Dunwich
You watched
horror
it?
one.
I should take a look at how many cards are just campaign cards.
It was like, I think it's on the box. It was like 903. So it's a decent amount of cards, but I'm telling you, it's a stack of paper cards this big. It's in a box about this big with a big empty insert in it. So it's a complete waste of space. And obviously,
You might have bought the first run. No, did you get the second
I
run?
I did. What happened was I was at the store, so I bought the Dunwich Legacy campaign box, and then there was another box labeled Dunwich Legacy, and I thought that was the investigator pack. It wasn't. That was the old starting pack, so I had to return that, and they didn't have the investigator box. So if I want to get the investigator box, I think it's going to be $30 or $40. So I'm waiting for them to get that back in stock, but that's okay. It's just, again, a little stack of cards this big. I mean, that's 10 cents per card. That's pretty expensive, and no other components in there. I guess the rule book is in it, but that was, price per component was pretty ridiculous on that one. So Cthulhu Death May Die, which has a expansion, the season 2 expansion, which has 6 scenarios in it, is $89.95. But that has like a huge box of massive miniatures and tokens and, like all these it's completely different experience. But that said, I mean, so far the game is really cool and I'm excited to check into this experience. So we'll see how it goes. But I had to warn people, like, you got to know what you're getting into. Just because you can pick up the starter for $30 doesn't mean that it's a $30 game.
No.
Well, I try to look at it and tell me if I'm wrong if any of you guys are more longer time players than me, because originally I just bought the original set and then I bought the new one and whatnot. But as much as that is a lot of money for those components, I think it's cheaper now than it used to be, because you'd have to buy all these little separate little packs and whatnot. So
yeah,
it is
all these separate purchases that, I mean, I know it still is what it is a lot, right? But I mean, at least it's kind of an improvement in a way. Like you feel less ripped off now than you would 5 years ago.
Well, I'm not sure about that because the most you're paying when you would buy those before is you'd pay $30 for the starter box, which would give you all the investigators and then the first scenario, right? But then you just buy this booster for $15. And yeah, that is a ripoff, but it's $15. That's pretty easy. And so you kind of buy one at a time versus this one. Again, it's like, it's this big box with this little stack of cards for $70. Like I've rarely paid $70 for a full board game before.
I'm going to interject here because for the little $15 packs, if you wanted the full cycle, you needed to buy 6 of them.
6, I know, right? Yeah.
So that's $90.
$90.
$90 right there, plus the $30, $35 core box of the cycle, like that. Right. So you're upwards like of $120 now.
Well, just because you got ripped off doesn't make me feel any better about getting ripped off. So
I've been in it for a long time. I'm the guy who bought I have all of these I bought all of these single individual packs.
Yeah.
Up until now, I own literally anything and everything you can have for Arkham Horror, the card game.
Well, I got to tell you, I was so immersed. I finished the third game in the original campaign, and it's so immersive and it's so exciting. And yeah, I got crushed. It's like a very, very challenging game, but so cool. Like, what a great thematic experience. So I'm very excited to explore the rest of it still. So I'm not put off from my gameplay perspective, but it's expensive. You guys who play Marvel Champions, though, you got to feel the same thing, right? You're paying like $10 to $15 for each little character deck that you play, isn't it?
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah. It's pretty brutal, especially when you consider that if you buy an expansion for Legendary for $20, you get like 5 heroes, a couple villains, and like 8 scenarios.
And what's even crazier is you could buy Marvel United for like $15 now at any Walmart and get a whole box of miniatures and a whole Marvel gameplay in there too.
That's true. An amazing Marvel game. I'm glad you pointed that out, Tim. Thanks.
Tim always has an opportunity to mention Marvel United because he loves it so much.
He loves
never
it,
a wrong
man.
time to mention Marvel United.
So
That's true.
I guess, does that actually open you? Has playing Arkham Horror made you any more like open to playing the Marvel one, the Lord of the Rings, whatever?
No, I was open to playing Marvel Champions before, but I was always a little more interested in Arkham Horror just because I liked the idea of it being a story, and it did not disappoint. Yeah. And so I actually think now that I'm into this, if I'm going to spend money, I'll probably keep going down this hole. It probably made me less interested in buying Marvel Champions just because I feel like it's probably given me a similar enough experience, but one I think I'll like a little bit more. So,
yeah. I feel like Champions, I love it, but I was very hesitant to play Arkham Horror because I knew that it would give me that like story satisfaction that Champions doesn't quite give. Champions gives you like a very thematic and awesome, exciting superhero experience. But I like the Arkham Horror like suspense. It's so good.
Have any of you played the Lord of the Rings one?
Nope.
Me.
Okay, so
me.
I'm curious if I'm in the same boat. Like I enjoy that game. I don't think it's as good as Champions or Arkham Horror, but I find it a lot easier to just break out and set up and play than either of the other two. I don't know why. Like, it just seems like it's so fast to get going on a game.
Yeah, I started playing.
I play it a lot more.
Yeah, I started playing with them when they revised it. So we got the new revised edition, and I felt as I was playing it, I felt its age in it. It feels like a very dated design. I can see where the Marvel Champions has been inspired by some of the things. It's Arkham Horror has been inspired by a lot of the things that the Lord of the Rings game did, and I felt like I really enjoyed playing Lord of the Rings. It's brutally difficult. Like, it's insanely stupidly difficult, which was very much driving me away from the game until I've managed to start picking up a couple expansion packs so I can start tweaking the decks a little bit better. And now I was like, oh, now I got a more efficient way of dealing with a lot of these threats that are coming my way. Oh, I'm enjoying this more. The pre-constructed decks of the core box of Lord of the Rings were absolutely hot garbage.
No, they're worse than the ones in Marvel or Arkham Horror, I'd say.
Yeah, it really felt its age.
Good deal. Yeah. It's not as good. It is good, but you know, it's not up there with the other two. But I don't know why. I find it so much easier to break out and play that one. But yeah, I don't know.
You start watching the new Lord of the Rings television series? Yeah,
I have not yet. I've barely watched TV at all. It's driving me crazy. I watched like the first 3 episodes of She-Hulk, and I think that's all I've watched in the last 2 months. So
we've been spoiled. There's been a lot of good TV that's come out in the last short little while. My wife and I are watching Cobra Kai again because I love the amount of cheesiness. It's just the right amount of cheesy for me. It's just the right amount of cheesy. It's exactly what it's meant to be. It was never meant to be serious. It was actually never even meant to be a comedy, but it's just the acting is hilarious because it's so bad. But it's just the right amount of just shut my brain off for half an hour TV for me. And plus, I've been a huge Karate Kid fan as a teen.
I watched the first episode of that and I was really impressed. I was like, wow, this is going some really cool places. And then I watched the second episode and it felt like a Hallmark TV series, and I didn't want to go back to it. So I'm sure that the tone was very, very different. And I didn't want to continue on with it, but I know some people love it a lot. I started
it's
the
a
first-
show. It's a show that should have never had a fifth. Like it's in the 5th season. It
Yeah.
should have never lasted this long.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
this was fun, you guys.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So just so my pick in a future would be a one longer game. Personally, it was fun playing 2 shorter games, but I just feel like it gives a little more epic experience if you can get in and
Oh right,
battle.
we never actually did answer that question though.
No.
Tim's
No.
like
You guys like to inform me.
like half an hour ago. You're
Oh, I think we
muted,
lost your
Riley.
audio, Riley.
Oh shoot, I was on mute. Were you asking if we liked doing the 2 games as opposed to 1, or which of the 2 games we
That's what I was
liked?
asking. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to just say that I liked it.
I just like hanging out with you guys, but at the same time, the longer game.
Yeah.
I'm more of a longer game.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of more like what I want in a game night too. It's not
Right.
that they're not fun games, but it's like if I
Oh,
want to sit
absolutely.
down for a game night, yeah, let's play a game that's going to take 90 minutes and we can really dig into it and stuff. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Cool.
kind of.
I'm perfectly happy with either, but I'm tending towards long games. But I wouldn't mind the occasional back-to-back small game
Yeah.
just to break it up a little bit.
Okay, got it. Ryan's picks flopped. Got it.
no,
They were really fun.
They're a fun game.
Yeah.
I know.
And
yeah.
I feel like I like want to play space base more. I do want to explore the other one more, whatever it's called. Roll for the Galaxy. I'm sure
That
that's
game.
the right name.
Yeah, roll.
I'm
Roll
all-
for
I'm-
the Age of Universe.
as we're chatting here too, as we're chatting here, I'm also making sure that I'm taking my turns on Lost Ruins of Arnak because I'm absolutely horrible for
How
taking
long
my
has that game been running? Like 3 weeks, and we're in the second round.
Since
Well,
the last
since
Yeah.
the last
we
time we
started a
played,
couple-
and that was 4
Yeah, we
weeks.
started
That
a
was
couple
4
days
weeks
after.
ago.
Yeah, before we got on here, I went and I was like, "Oh, let me get my turns." And Lost Ruins and Arnak load up. I was like, "Oh, god dang, I'm in a game of Lost Ruins."
Should we just
And I
pull up
remember, like,
Lost
oh,
Ruins
yeah.
of Arnak and finish that
Should
right
we-
now on the
I mean-
show? Just kidding.
I got to go take care of some things, guys. But this was super fun again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it
Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me once again on one of these live plays. And hey, everybody, check them all out. They're in the description below this video. The podcasts, Board Game Community Show, Board Game Hot Takes, fantastic podcast, fantastic YouTube channel in all games, new and old. The characters are lovely as always and entertaining as always. So check out their content. You won't be disappointed, I promise you, or else I'll send you some doll hairs in the mail.
Like a threat.
Yeah, what
No,
is happening
I wasn't
right
saying I wasn't saying dollars. I was saying doll hairs.
Doll hairs.
I'll send you doll hairs in the mail. All right. On that note, good night, folks. Have
Take
a
care,
good
everyone.
time.
Bye.
now?
And